After starting our season with 2 conference losses, we would look to bounce college football playoff. First, we're going to be taking on South Carolina, and on the first drive, we're going to scoot into the end zone with our running back. Right here on the very next drive, I'm going to have a read option. I'm going to cut in time some blockers, make one man miss, and it's a foot race to the end zone. It looks like nobody's going to catch me for this 76-yard touchdown. Right here on 1st and 10, I'm going to drop back and see my tight end Henry across the middle. I'm going to throw it right over that defender's head. That's a dot. Right here on 2nd and 3 is going to be a play action. Then I'm going to see my receiver over the middle, Hasselwood, for a 16-yard touchdown. On this counter on 1st and 10 right here, our running back is going to run through some defenders and going to walk into the end zone. Here on 1st and 10 in the second quarter, I'm going to get another read option. I'm going to make one man miss. It's going to be a foot race all the way to the end zone, and I'm not going to get caught. It's going to be a 59-yard touchdown. Right here on 1st and 10, I'm going to step back to throw. I'm going to see a D-line in my face. I'm going to run around him, and it's off to the races. I make one man miss, stiff arm one. I'm running down the sideline. I'm going to dive for the pylon and score a 27-yard touchdown. Here on 1st and 10 at the end of the third quarter, it's going to be another read option. I'm going to follow my blockers. This was amazing blocking, by the way. And I'm going to be chased all the way down and pushed out at the 1-yard line. Then here on 1st and goal, we're just going to have a halfback dive to our running back who's going to punch it in. Right here on 2nd and 10, right before the 4th quarter, I'm going to drop back and see nobody, so I'm going to take off scrambling and rumble my way into the end zone. And that was our last snap of the game as we come out on top with a 55-24 victory over South Carolina, giving us another SEC win, our first of the season. But next week we have a real challenge as we play number 5 Alabama at Alabama. But on our first drive, as the first quarter expires, I'm going to take this read option right into the end zone. Late in the 4th quarter, we're down by 10 points, but I'm going to throw an absolute dime to my receiver over 2 defenders' heads. The late score was no help as we still lose this game. But as we jump into next week against number 16 Auburn, right here on 3rd and 1, I'm going to break a tackle and be on a foot race to the end zone where I'm not going to get caught for a 24-yard TD. Right here on 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter, I'm going to roll out and I'm going to see my receiver wide open over top for a 40-yard touchdown. We're going to come out victorious against Auburn as we had a great game. Here against Ole Miss, I'm going to step back on 1st and 10 in the 2nd quarter, and I'm going to hit my receiver for a deep bomb on the run for a touchdown. Right here on 1st and 10 before halftime, I'm going to roll out the pocket and see a wide open man. He's going to catch it, turn around, and score. Right here on 3rd and 7 before halftime, I'm going to hit my receiver across the middle for another touchdown, making this game 21-0. Right here on 1st and goal in the 3rd quarter, it's going to be a triple option, but I'm going to keep it and walk into the end zone. Ever since that close loss to Bama, we've been looking unbeaten, and we're rolling with that steam here against Mississippi State. And as right before halftime, I'm going to throw this absolute bomb to my receiver. He's going to catch it for a touchdown. Right here on 1st and 10 in the 3rd quarter, I'm going to get a read option. I'm going to break one tackle, and I'm going to run up the sideline to score. I might be a QB, but I'll be in the weight room. Right here on 2nd and 3 in the 3rd quarter, I'm going to drop back from the pistol formation and hit my receiver right here in stride for another TD. Right here, we're just going to knee out the clock, and we're going to walk out of here with a 34-21 victory over Mississippi State, another conference win. We played pretty well this game, but next week we have another test as we're facing LSU in the swamp. And right here on the first play of our drive in the 2nd quarter, I'm going to hit my receiver on the right side for a TD. Right here in a clutch situation with the game tied, I'm going to step back and see my tight end Henry across the middle. I'm going to dump it off to him for a TD. We have 1 timeout left, and I'm just trying to get us into field goal range as I improvise by rolling out. And I see my man running up the field across the middle, and we're going to get in field goal range. And in our last regular season game, we're going to come out with a dub. As you can see, we didn't make the conference championship, and we didn't really win any awards our freshman year here at Arkansas. But we did manage to find our way into a bowl game against Michigan, as right here in the second quarter, I'm going to walk into the end zone. We were down pretty much all game, but right here before halftime, I'm going to use my legs and improvise and rumble my way into the end zone for my second touchdown of the game. Right here before the game ends, I'm just going to try to make the score look pretty here. Even though we lost, no one's getting open, so I'm going to take matters into my own hands again for my third touchdown of the game. With the way the season conspired, I had a lot to think about. Even though I led Arkansas to a bowl game, I wanted more. I wanted to win Heisman, and I wanted a chance to play in the national championship. So with that being said, I'm going to be entering my name in the transfer portal this upcoming offseason and see where we land. Where do you think I should go?